still up. Oh, you turned your camera off. The
Should I keep it on?
part was less identification. Your spread page as a bodyguard. We all know that one.
You broke up for me there.
All right. So it's important to recognize that we gain great benefit from arguing with people. We get to feel big and tough and powerful. We like the feeling of being right, of standing our ground. I've got rights, and that in that stance, generally, people are not actually listening to each other. They're more interested in putting out their views. So here you are having two people spewing their views at each other without anyone there to listen. It often takes a third party to listen to the two of them, to recognize that they're in the same choir. And so we gain great benefit from arguing. And we will continue to argue until we begin to recognize that arguing has dangers. It's got ramifications. It's got issues. It's got problems, especially when people are not listening to each other. So that's one of the great disadvantages of being in an argumentative mood. This is you not listening. Arguing is an offensive position, and when two people are in offense, they very rarely have a decent defense.
I guess you could say that wanting something has its benefits, and then when you see the downsides, when you see the danger of wanting something, you see that
Then
danger.
you've got choices, don't you? If you can only see the advantage, you've got no choice. But if you can see both the advantages and the gratifications and the dangers, that in fact, while you were having that argument, you didn't recognize that now, whatever the now is and how many hours it was ago, you'd feel this way because of that argument. So if you could project ahead in the next argument that after that argument is over, I'm going to crash land with this jet plane I'm flying all over there.
Yeah.
So now you can see the danger. You have just crashed.
It was like kind of like you started with wanting something, and then so there was that, and then the danger was received, and then as you received the danger, it was like, might as well argue about it, right? Might as well argue about it, and then you receive the danger of that too.
Well, here's actually to continue that air dogfight metaphor. Is that one of the reasons why in an argument we don't want to listen is because we don't want to get shot down in flames. And so it doesn't matter whatever anybody else says, no matter how true or useful it would be. We don't listen. Then we wind up finding out that we did get shot down after all, and we weren't paying attention when our tail was on fire.
Yeah.
You have been shot down.
Yep.
And guess what? Almost all of us who get involved in these verbal dogfights, aerial acrobatics of the mind, and all of that, we all come away wounded from such warfare and such encounters. Everybody gets wounded. Unless we're lucky, and then we get killed. Because who needs a self that gets wounded anyway?
Exactly.
That's the whole point of the argument, is trying to protect this me that's in there. And you and I have talked before about let women have their way. They'll be marvelous leaders if you give them a chance. But they make poor, poor opponents in a bedroom ring.
Yep.
So let her win. Remember to let her win, but remember to let her win just at the time when you want to launch your rockets. And don't. Or as we said before, keep thy mouth shut.
Yep.
Let her rant as she pleases. She won't last long if you don't give her any new ammunition.
Mm.
And then, in fact, one of the things that can happen is that you can learn a new word in that. And that is that when she does wound you, you can start using the word ouch.
Mm.
If she sees that she's got you and you say ouch, she may not continue with her machine gun rat-a-tat-tat at you. She got you. Ouch. That was painful. I surrender. You're the boss.
Yeah.
Because that's going to happen eventually anyway. Why not get it over with quickly?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's exactly what you're going to do after this call, isn't it? You're going to call back. So why did you call away wounded? You're going to stay there wounded.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so look at all this calling unnecessarily that's been happening because you weren't mindful of letting her win.
That's true. That's a good
When I
point.
was a child at church, and I'm sure that this happened in more than one church, so it gave me the idea that this was the actual teachings. And I've heard it from grandmas, etc., like this, and so it may be a kind of a Southern tradition. But the point is that a married couple, especially a new married couple, should not go to bed angry. Have you ever heard such a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, guess what? It is an invitation to have warfare tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than letting each other go to bed and cool off. But in fact, I have seen that work so marvelously that Tam gets to her and I just shut up and don't say anything. And then she comes home from the next day work and I'll say, "Are you still angry?" And she'll say, "Of course not." She got over it because I didn't push her any of her buttons to make her sore anywhere. I didn't attack her.
Yep.
Just let her be. The silly one is that she misunderstood when I said that I've got 5 students who want to come to Thailand. She imagined 5 of them here at the same time,
Mm.
which is unlikely to happen. Serendipity is not that intelligent.
Well, what's serendipitous that you mentioned crawling, because I'm currently laying on the ground right now.
I'm sorry. Can you not growl that? Can you say it
I
straight?
said it was serendipitous that you mentioned crawling, because I am in fact laying on the ground right now.
That's what the human mind does. We make those connections.
Yeah.
All right. So, other than giving you my joy, what can we do? What can I do to get a big smile on your face? What can I do to kick you in the pants and say, look how dusty those things are?
Well, I'm already smiling now, so.
You're already what now?
I'm already smiling now, so.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
I guess it
So,
didn't.
is that smile big enough that you could keep it on all the crawl all the way back? Because you crawled a long way.
Do I have to?
You want to. You need to. You don't need my advice about that. We know you're going to do. The trouble is, or the question, brother, is how much trouble are you going to make it?
Mm.
Can you let us say waltz or dance into the room and do a Rick and Morty imitation of what was it that Robert Williams did? Okay, and be playful, and in that playfulness, apologize. Why was I a dick last night? I should have kept my mouth shut.
Mm.
And then duck.
I could give it a shot.
Well, you don't have to win, do you? And if you do win, what will that mean? What kind of prize are you going to get if you tough it out? Anger on.
Yeah.
Or are you going to party on? That's your question. When are you going to get over it?
Don't be sorry, party.
Pardon?
Said, don't be sorry, party.
Yeah, that's a good one. Don't be sorry, party. That's the teaching of the Buddha right there. Don't
Yeah.
worry, be happy. Don't be sorry, party. That's as good as good wrote. That's your thing.
Yeah, that was, I was on my way to a festival actually, and I like bumped into someone and I said sorry, and they turned around and said, "Don't be sorry, party." So that always stuck with me after that. I like that.
Well, the next time you bump into somebody and they turn around to see what happened, you can say, party on.
All right. Well, guess
I'm glad that you're out of your funk mood. When you called, recognize that you've got choices, but recognize them earlier while you're in that argument, so that you recognize that you do have a choice of letting her win and shut your trap.
Yeah.
And if you do it now, it's easier than later.
Okay. Yep.
And don't think that just because the two of you are having a spat that you've got to end that spat by spatting on. That whole thing that I was mentioning, make sure that you understand that giving it a rest may be just the thing that's needed.
Yeah.
Better sleep on it, so they say.
Yeah. I've done that successfully before too. I'm gonna do it
Yeah,
again.
yeah, it was.
Yep.
So what is it? 1:18 there, your time tonight.
Yeah.
AM. So party on, and then talk to her tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, in fact, I understand why it's all black. It's because you've got no place to go.
Yeah. I guess so.
right, so you're halfway there. Now all you have to do is figure out you've got nothing to do.
I'll try the Rick and Morty thing.
All right. No, it's not. It's Mork and Mindy. That was the TV. Yeah, Mork and Mindy is what I'm remembering with Robin Williams. He'll be playful with tomorrow. Leave her alone tonight.
Well, I'm already here, so.
I know, but don't bother her.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay wherever you are.
Okay.
Turn your cell phone down, lay down, and go to sleep.
All right.
And if she asks you tomorrow, why did you do that? You can say, because I didn't want to bother you. I felt so bad about how bad I was with you. So sorry.
Okay.
All right. Well, I've got an assignment for you, but we'll talk about that another time. Let's let this one happen. Okay. Good night, sweet friends. You're the winner here by letting her win.
Mm-hmm. Well, glad I called.
I'm glad you did too. This has been hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. See you soon.
All right. Talk soon. Bye.